All right, in this video we are going to take a quick look at the distributive property. So I always like to introduce the distributive property by talking about a way that we already use the distributive property, even if we don't realize it. So for example, 14 times 9. If we want to solve a problem like this mentally, we often break it into two pieces, essentially. So we take 14 times 9 and we say, okay, well, I know that 14 is equal to 10 plus 4. So then I can multiply 9 times 10 plus 4. Now this distributive property is just telling us if I'm going to do this, right, if I'm going to multiply 9 times 10 plus 4, this 9 would be distributed across both of these terms in the expression 10 plus 4. I don't just do 9 times 10 is 90 and then add 4 to it to get 94. That wouldn't work. I need to do 9 times 10 plus 9 times 4. And that's what the distributive property is, right? So then we can multiply this. 9 times 10 is 90. 9 times 4 is 36. We add those two and we get 126. So the distributive property is simply saying when you have a number being multiplied by multiple terms in parentheses, right? So something like 3 times 4 plus 13. You can simply multiply this number on the outside by both and add those two things together. This becomes very useful for us, right, when we are working with algebra, because obviously 4 plus 13, that's something we can add first. We could get 4 plus 13 is 17 and multiply that by 3. So in that case, using the distributive property may not be the most beneficial to us. But when we have a variable, we can't add x and 9. They're not like terms. But what we can do is use the distributive property here to multiply negative 1 times x plus negative 1 times 9. So we know that negative 1 times x would be negative 1x, or simply negative x, and negative 1 times 9 would be negative 9. So we get negative x plus negative 9, or negative x minus 9. Let's look at this next example. We have 2/3 times negative 3z minus 6. So again, my first thing that I want to do is rewrite that subtraction as adding the opposite. So negative 3z plus negative 6, and that will help with my multiplication when I now use the distributive property. So I'm going to multiply 2/3 by negative 3z and by negative 6. So we have 2/3 times negative 3z plus 2/3 times negative 6. So 2/3 times negative 3z, we can simplify here. This would be 1 and this would be negative z. So we're going to get negative 2z plus, again we can simplify, this is negative 2 and this is 1. We get plus negative 4. So this would be negative 2z plus negative 4, or negative 2z minus 4. Let's look at one last problem here. So again, the first thing I want to do is go through and rewrite so that all of my terms are separated by addition. So instead of 10w minus 5, we'll have 10w plus negative 5. Then instead of minus 2 here, we're going to have plus negative 2 times w plus 9. And now in this one, we'll need to use the distributive property twice, because we've got 4/5 being multiplied by 10w plus negative 5. And we also have negative 2 being multiplied by w plus 9. So 4/5 times 10w and that's going to give us, we can simplify here, 2w and 1. We get 8w plus 4/5 times negative 5. Again, we can simplify, negative 1 and 1. We would get negative 4. Plus, we have negative 2 times w plus negative 2 times 9. Negative 2 times w would be negative 2w, and negative 2 times 9 would be negative 18. So now we have 8w plus negative 2w. If we're combining like terms, that would be 6w. And we have negative 4 plus negative 18, which would be negative 22. So we get 6w plus negative 22, or 6w minus 22.